every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my
at camp. I'm trying to vlog as much of this experience as possible, but also be mindful of the fact that people are sharing really intimate and personal things. So we just came from a really good session, either one, session on health and learning to advocate for yourself, and that was really great. There was an amazing therapist, Rachel, who is somewhere under the rainbow on Instagram, and she shared about how she advocates for herself and for her patients as a therapist. She'll go as the advocate in your pocket, which is really cool. And then there was somebody else who's a lawyer who advocates for patients, and that was also really cool. So there was a lot of information shared, and if you feel like you are the only one who has had a bad experience at the doctor, that is certainly not the case, and you do have rights.
And I hope all of us here, I hope you know that you look good. So that's half of it. The other half is the confidence of knowing what to do in front of the camera, and that could be a little tricky. So my first tip is to have a feature of yours that you want to accentuate. Let's say you wanted to accentuate your booty or something, right? So then you can turn sideways, pop it out, play around with shifting your weight.
So when you do a photo shoot with me, I'm very clear up front that your body deserves to be seen and loved the way it is now, not in 10 pounds, not in 2 weeks, not in 2 years, not when you lose the baby weight, not when you get your tummy tuck, none of that. And because of that, I'm gonna pose you the way I pose every other woman. Because your body is worthy, just like a smaller body is worthy. Because that happy emotion and that love and that joy is for everyone. It should not be just for small women.
We just did a posing class, then there was a dance class. The posing class I felt very confident in. The dancing is one of my insecurities, so I mostly watched, didn't knock it off the sidelines. But it was cool to be in a room full of all plus size people dancing, because that's one of the things that a lot of us are insecure about, so that was really cool. And now it's Color Wars, and I'm going to go be the swimmer, I hope, and bring my team victory.
with the judges, and they just couldn't handle the amazingness of the pink team photo. Yeah! So that now is pink 2, white 1. Okay, really close. So
all the mixed
the
emotions.
winner of the lip sync battle was G3. And the winners of the dance battle, taking it home, the pink team! So, pink team, you've won the color war. And And thanks to Dia & Co., you will be able to go upstairs first and pick out 5 items to take home with you.
I love free shit!
I was never, like, I've always loved fashion, but I was never able to be part of that until I formed a solid relationship with myself, because I always felt othered and like, oh, I'm not part of this, I'm not worthy to be part of this. And that happens a lot in relationships as well. If you're in a setting with a romantic partner and they're fetishizing you, or they're looking at you as a fat body instead of a person that they love in a fat body, you know, like, or if you're in a friendship group and they're kind of treating you like the token fat friend as opposed to a friend who is fat, you know, like examine that, see if your relationships are equitable in a way that you're both on the same page and that there's not like a lessening or an othering.
That was one of my big fears, and that I would never find love, that no one would ever love me. And everyone's like, you're 8, why are you concerned about that? But I was like very genuinely terrified of that. And I definitely like started off with that mindset of like, I'm gonna have to work at this. I'm gonna have to be whoever that other person wants me to be in order to find love, because it's not something that, and I don't know how I can't speak for anybody else, but maybe people like inherently feel they're worthy of love. I didn't. So I felt like I had to work at it because of my size, because of all these things that I at a young age believed about myself. So a lot of times you date who you feel like you deserve, and I felt like garbage, and that's who I dated. So I had some great traumatic experiences through that time in my life, and I finally, at the age of like 21, was in my first like serious relationship, and I of course had body image issues. That was like a part of my insecurity, and that person that I dated was actually very amazing, like not at a great point in his life, but was an amazing person. And he told me at that point, he said, I just want to let you know that like your body is the ideal for me, and it's the ideal for a lot of people. So whatever any of those assholes have told you before, they're wrong, and I love your body, and there's plenty of places and people that will also, like, your body is accepted in other places. So my first real like love and relationship was with somebody who like really helped me accept my body. Anybody who ever tells you anything about your body in a negative way, you don't deserve to be, like, you should not be in that room. And I was like, cool. And so from a very like early age in terms of my like sexual experiences, I was like one time someone was like, I'm afraid you're gonna crush me, and I was like, get out of my house. So that, I feel very grateful that I had that experience of a very like validating partner, and he saw something in me that like, he was the first spark in my self-love journey. Like sometimes it does, I know we always feel like self-love starts from within, but sometimes you need a spark from outside to validate it. And he was that spark. So he kind of like planted that seed in me that like, the way that I've been taught that everybody sees me is not reality. I guess the moral of my story is, now I'm engaged, I'm fianced, and I wouldn't be fianced without taking that step back and saying like, I'm not gonna keep doing what I have always done. Like the biggest thing I hear about dating is like, I've been on all the apps, I do all these things, and it's like, have you done anything different though? I had also, one of my other patterns was that like in between relationships, I would always take like a 1 to 2 year break. I was like, I just have to be single, I have to heal, I'm a very sensitive soul, I need time. So I broke up with the girl, the first kiss girl. I broke up with her, first girlfriend. I broke up with her, and then 3 days later I met my now fiance. And it was not 2 years, 1 year, it was 3 days. And I think in the back of my head, knowing my personal rules for myself, I'm like, it will never be anything because it's only been 3 days, let alone, like, it hasn't been 3 years. You're not healed, whatever. So I kept telling myself, like, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. But I think because my guard was down, not thinking he could be the one, that it actually allowed me to be more of myself, because I was like, I had no expectations. I was like, it can't be anything, I'm not healed. And so everybody always asks, like, when was the moment that you knew that he was the one? And it was the moment when he told me, I know your heart is hurting and I'm not the one that hurt it, and that's okay. But no matter how long it takes for you to heal, I'll be here for you because you're worth it. I was ready for love when I met Stephanie, my ex. I was ready for love with her. She certainly was not. But I was able to be in that next relationship so soon because she wasn't right, but I still was there. I still was ready. So I think that's really important, and it goes back to what you guys were saying. Like, you have to heal within yourself. You have to be ready and be able to sort of like fill yourself up. And like me and Gio, it's my fiance, we always say we are whole people.
Yes.
We don't complete each other. I hate and I understand that for maybe some people feel like that, but we don't. We are whole people. We complement each other.
I decided to do the opposite. So instead of dating, I completely hid. And I was like, I'm not gonna date anyone because I'm so self-conscious about other people seeing my body, or even if like a guy would come around and touch me around, like then I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna feel the back fat, he's gonna feel this, he's gonna feel that. I wanted to fall in love with myself before I started dating. So I really didn't date until I was in college, pretty much. So I never had that experience of like boyfriend in high school or anything like that. And the things that I did to fall in love with myself would be look in a mirror. I was talking to someone earlier about that. I would literally go in front of a mirror, full-size mirror, and look at myself and look at all the parts of my body that I hated and compliment them.
I am back at the cabin. I'm changing for the Barbie party. Friday night was 90s night. Last night was the Lizzo lip sync, and tonight is the Barbie party. I am so used to not having a full-length mirror in my house that I forgot that camp has one thing that my house doesn't, a full-length mirror. So Dia & Co. gifted all of the campers some goodies. This jumpsuit was one of them. I really, really love it. It's really comfortable. A bunch of the girls got it, and so we've all been twinning and tripleting all day. But yeah, it's super comfortable. It has pockets. Yeah, really cute. So they let the Color Wars winners, which was my team, Pink, pick first from D & Co, and this was the one thing that I got that I really love. All right, y'all, Fat Barbie is here. Hi, my Barbie shoes.
And I wanted to kind of redefine what Barbie was for me and for all of us, and I wanted to invite all of us to dress up as the Barbie that we always